jumper is good. Chennedy Carter now with 12 points off the bench.
The WNBA's got a problem. Their star player's out, COVID's in the locker room, and a rookie's ready to take over. Sounds like a movie plot, right? But it's real, and it's happening now. Chennedy Carter's absence isn't just a gap in the lineup. It's a chance for the league to show what it's made of. Let's see how they handle this curveball. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. While Carter is out with an injury, another athlete is gaining rapid prominence. The league is going crazy about her because of her speed and skill. What is it about this relative newcomer that has fans and experts talking? The Caitlin Clark phenomena can be explained in simple terms. You may have overheard rumors of a rookie who is causing a major shakeup in the WNBA.
And Clark. I mean, that's clearly a foul.
Now that hush discussion has escalated into a full-blown scandal. Caitlin Clark's name is everywhere. Folks, this isn't your average talented up-and-comer. An unprecedented player with extraordinary abilities is the one we're discussing. Clark is lightning quick in her sneakers. She's speedy overall. On the court, she is so fast and agile that defenders can't keep up with her. Even when she doesn't have the ball, Clark moves at a rate that makes the pros gasp for air. The most important thing is that her physical game is excellent, but that's not all. You'd think a novice would be terrified of the media spotlight, wouldn't you? Clark is not the one. Despite his youth, this young gun is handling interviews like an old hand. People are asking, what's her secret? Because she seems to be exuding the confidence of an experienced performer.
But Cowan, who couldn't finish, behind the back again for Clark.
It seems that Clark's proficiency with the media isn't a fluke. While enrolled at Iowa, she underwent rigorous training. Now that she's playing at a professional level, the guidance she got there is really helping her succeed. But come on, if you can't prove it on the court, no amount of media training will help. And she backs it up. Clark is actively changing the rules, not only playing the game. Her one-of-a-kind scoring and passing combination is completely new to the WNBA. She is doing more than blending in. She is making the league bend over backwards to accommodate her. Consider this. You could be thinking, sure, she's good for a rookie, but let's not get carried away. Put that idea on hold for a second. Excitement surrounding Clark isn't limited to his adoring public. Here we are talking about genuine analysts, those who have witnessed the rise and fall of the cream of the crop. Not only are these professionals impressed, but they are also beginning to use some really strong language. Expressions such as most valuable player. Yes, that's correct. Even though she's only in her first year of the league, Clark has many fans wondering whether she has what it takes to win MVP. Are you not convinced? Why don't we listen to the legendary WNBA player Rebecca Lobo speak for herself? Even Lobo, who isn't usually one to believe in hollow promises, thinks Clark has a shot at being named MVP by the conclusion of the season. Can you remember what she said exactly? I would not be shocked if we found Caitlin Clark in that conversation by the end of the year. The impact she has had on that franchise and the numbers that she's putting up.
Basketball. Fever with the ball. Clark passed up the long three. Into Boston, give the assist to Clark.
First things first, we are not claiming that Clark has already won MVP. There is still a ton of basketball huge be played, and the league is full of amazing players. And the idea that we're even broaching the subject of a rookie, that is just remarkable. The WNBA is dealing with a surprise that makes the rookie sensation storyline seem like a picnic. And here you thought the rookie sensation was the biggest topic. Just what is going on in Chicago that has everyone on the edge of their seats? Not trash talking or psychological games, but the locker room of the Chicago Sky is under siege. Everyone is on edge because of an invisible enemy, COVID-19. Yes, the same virus that flipped the planet is now posing a threat to the Women's National Basketball Association. Not a single player missing a game is at the heart of this. Entire teams could be benched if this epidemic were to occur. Envision yourself at the arena, all pumped up to see your beloved players rip up the court, only to discover that half of the team is sidelined with an injury. As bad as it is for the coach, it's far worse for the fans. The tough part, though, is right here. Games are only one part of the WNBA. When vying for a postseason spot, every game matters. Now that COVID has the power to bench players in Masai, the issue of fair play is secondary. The honesty of the entire season is at stake here. Contemplate it. What would happen if a team's star player were to leave just before a game that was really important? The worst case scenario is that an entire squad has to sit out the game due to a lack of healthy players. Nowadays, it's about more than just winning and losing. It all comes down to how meaningful the season's outcomes will be. Finally, the athletes involved must not be overlooked. Beyond their athletic careers, these ladies are real people with lives outside of sports. Playing on the floor exposes them to more than only the possibility of a sprained ankle or a damaged pride. They run the risk of contracting a virus that has already disrupted people's lives. And that's not all. The WNBA isn't giving an inch. This league has been through tough times before, and it always manages to pull through. Do you recall the time of bubbles? Amidst global lockdown, these women stepped up their game and played some of the most electrifying basketball we've ever witnessed. They are not going to sit back and allow COVID dictate how they handle their new problem. As we've seen, the league is as quick to adjust as a point guard during a fast break. In order to stay in the game, they are using every trick in the book, including accommodating schedules and strict testing methods. Although surviving the pandemic is an important part of it, playing wisely is the key. In addition to today's games, the WNBA is keeping an eye on the future. How can you ensure fair play while also protecting players? Where there is no assurance except uncertainty, how can you hold the attention of your fan? The answers to these questions will determine the season's trajectory. And let's be honest, the league's response to this issue could have far-reaching consequences. What we're witnessing is the forging of history, not merely a basketball game. Watching a WNBA game is about more than just great basketball, so keep that in mind the next time you turn on the TV. It demonstrates perseverance, flexibility, and the determination to maintain the game. These ladies aren't merely shattering glass ceilings, they're redefining what it means to succeed when everything else fails. When it comes to rewriting playbooks, the WNBA's most recent move is completely unexpected. In the midst of a violent rivalry between two rookies, what do you get? Barbie dolls. Nobody's talking about it because it's not like any other game night. Indeed, you are correct. There will be more than meets the eye in the forthcoming matchup between the Chicago Sky and the Indiana Fever. Fans and sportsmen alike are taken aback by the pink spectacle. Barbie Night is about to transform the hardwood into a fantasy house, and we're talking about it. Envision yourself entering the arena, primed for a game of intense basketball. But this time, instead of the standard array of team colors, a pink tsunami is crashing down on you. Every single one of the fans is leaving with their very own Barbie doll, and the decor are taken directly from Barbie's Malibu mansion. This is the result of a magnificent union between Mattel and the WNBA. But you shouldn't be fooled by the glitz. Pretty dolls and pink decor aren't the only thing here. A brilliant marketing move, it has catapulted Angel Reese to the forefront of the game's emerging star cast. The league is doing more than advertising a game, it is creating a reputation for its new players. When it comes to skill, this is the fourth meeting between Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese, two rookie marvels. Over the course of the season, these two have been unstoppable, and their rivalry has become legendary. The only difference is that there are more three-pointers and social media hype, so it's more like watching the genesis of a new Magic versus Bird. Things become intriguing though at this point. Do you recall Chennedy Carter, the top scorer for Sky, who has been benched? This already intriguing contest is made more interesting by her absence. The game changes when Carter isn't playing. How these teams respond when faced with adversity is now more important than the Clark versus Reese matchup. Sure, but it's just one game, right? You may be asking. Totally incorrect. The outcome of Barbie Night isn't the only thing at stake here. It's all about how this rookie rivalry is portrayed. These athletes are creating their own narrative with every shot, rebound, and assist. Plus, we must not overlook the admirers. Not only are they participating in this pink-tinged display, but they are also mere onlookers. A new dynamic has emerged in the arena thanks to the Barbie dolls they're carrying. It's as if the WNBA has followed the lead of the WWE and made a game into a major event. The million-dollar question though is how the game will be impacted by this Barbie-fied background. Is the excitement going to derail the team's progress, or will the players rise to the occasion? What this means for the future of of women's basketball is an even more critical question. You can say with certainty that this WNBA is not your grandma's. The league is making waves by taking chances and breaking new ground, and the results are fantastic. They're doing more than just playing basketball. They're making history by giving players iconic status and generating unforgettable events. If you think women's basketball doesn't have much excitement, invite them to listen to Barbie Night. It's evidence that the WNBA isn't merely surviving, it's leading the pack.